Hello comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. This handsome fella is your host, although you can't see me, Bill Miller. So this is another vlog in our series of The Incredible Hulk. Today we will be reading issue number 5. As always, I am reading these from the Essential Hulk Marvel Trade Paperback Book, Volume 1. So turn the volume up just a hair, turn the lights down just a smidgen, sit back, relax, and let your imagination paint the pictures as we read The Incredible Hulk, issue number 5. And on the cover we see the Hulk busting through a wall with bricks and rebar going everywhere. And it looks to be a castle wall. And it says, more powerful, more dangerous, more uncontrollable than ever before. Here comes the Hulk. The Great Hulk Thrillers featuring Beauty and the Beast. And we see a young man and a young woman just in front of him. And just past him to his back, we see some sort of futuristic guard led by what looks to be a legionnaire of some sort. And he says, slay the monster in the name of Tyrannus the Mighty. The Incredible Hulk, Beauty and the Beast. And then on the title page has a little inset picture of the Incredible Hulk, one of Miss Betty Ross, and then a standing picture of Tyrannus, I'm guessing. Tyrannus. Our tale begins with the showing of top secret army films in the home of General Thunderbolt Ross, chief of the Western Hemisphere Defense Command. There he is, the demoniacal Hulk. 3 brave men risked their lives to get these pictures. This shows all failure to trap the brutal monster by means of a giant specially constructed Neuron magnet designed to attract and hold living beings. The Hulk's superhuman strength enabled him to smash the magnet just when we thought we had him. And it shows the Hulk with what looks to be a huge, old-school, horseshoe-shaped magnet, bending it. As further evidence of the Hulk's unbelievable strength, a freelance photographer took this film with a telephoto lens from a safe distance away. And it shows the Hulk lifting a brick building from its foundation. And this is the most incredible of all, the only film in existence which shows in vivid detail the Hulk's ability to survive an explosion short of an actual atomic device. And it's a huge missile that hits the Hulk and explodes without damaging it. That's what I'm up against. It's my job to catch that rampaging monster no matter how powerful he is. This government wants him stopped. But I can't do it by military means alone, Banner. I need scientific help, and that's where you come in. As top scientist on my staff, you've got to think of a way to conquer that man-beast. Can't make any promises, sir, but Rick and I will do our best to think of something. Rick! I can't see why you insist on having that insolent teenager as your assistant. Oh, Dad, don't be so grumpy. You know the Defense Department has given Bruce the right to select any aides he chooses. I know how you feel about Bruce Banner, Betty dear, but somehow I still don't entirely trust that man. He's too close-mouthed, too secretive. But he has to be, Dad. He works on top-secret weapons planning, and he's answerable only to the President himself. I'm a soldier, and I obey orders, but that man rubs me the wrong way. And then Betty thinking, as for me, must I always keep my secret locked within me, afraid to admit to Dad that I'm in love with Bruce, and afraid to face the fact that he doesn't even know I exist? At that very moment, many miles beneath the surface of our Earth, a strange, brooding man watches Betty Ross through a secret viewing device, a man known only as Tyrannus. She loves Bruce Banner. Little does she dream that her very love will be the weapon with which I shall conquer the surface of Earth. Hail, Tyrannus! What is your command, O mighty master? The time has come, after centuries of waiting, of planning, of being a prisoner here in the depths of the earth. The time has come for Tyrannus to strike.
First, I must again sip the water from the fountain of youth, the eternal liquid from which Ponce de Leon vainly searched, never dreaming it was hid many leagues beneath his feet. Though I was banished to the center of the earth centuries ago by the accursed Merlin the magician, this magic elixir has kept me alive and young all these years, while I planned my revenge upon mankind. Tyrannus drinks the potion, great is Tyrannus, bow down to the all-powerful Tyrannus. Little did Merlin suspect that I would find a race of creatures here, obedient slaves who would do my bidding. With your knowledge of science and your desire to serve me, you have created the mightiest weapons ever dreamed of, and now the time has come. So in the center of Earth, we have a very futuristic-looking dwelling with huge tracked cannons and small alien-looking little soldiers, in addition to Tyrannus himself. I've been fearful of only one thing, the armed atomic might of the land called America. But I shall use Betty Ross to protect me from that might. Meanwhile, not suspecting what fate has in store for them, Bruce Banner and Rick return to the General's home the next day. Man, what a gasser. Imagine old Thunderbolt Ross ordering you to capture yourself. He still didn't suspect that I myself am the Hulk, Rick, and I pray he never finds out. If only mankind didn't fear the Hulk. If only they would trust him, so that I could reveal my secret. Trust the Hulk? Listen, Daddy-O, I know your secret, and I still tremble when I see him. Then, after reaching the General's home, Sorry, Bruce, Dad isn't in yet, but may I introduce Mr. Tyrannus? He's an archaeologist. I'm going to show him the cliff caves nearby. Oh? And then whispering to one another, What's the matter, Bruce? What's bugging you? Just a feeling, kid. I don't like his looks. And then Betty thinking, It's working. Bruce looks jealous. I'm so glad I met Mr. Tyrannus. Maybe this will make Bruce think of me as a woman. Minutes later, we see Bruce and Rick. It doesn't sit right with me, Rick. Why would an archaeologist need a local girl to show him the caves? Their tracks lead in here. This is for the birds, pal. Who wants to follow a couple of cave lovers around? Another thing, why didn't Tyrannus have any archaeological equipment with him? Rick, look at that. How'd they get past this giant boulder? We can't budge it, and yet their tracks lead past it. How? That's what we're going to find out, with the help of someone who can budge it. Quick, back to the lab. Meanwhile, on the other side of the boulder, I don't understand this machine. What is it? Where did it come from? Where are you going? You're no stranger here. Stranger? Of course, I am no stranger. This is my kingdom, my domain. You are about to see wonders you have never dreamed of before. See how I can observe anyone on the surface by a flick of a switch? There is your father, worrying about you, as I knew he would be. And by turning another switch, I can even make him see us. General, your daughter is my prisoner. If you value her safety, you will promise not to defy me when my legions attack your surface world. I will contact you again for your answer. This is Tyrannus, the Supreme One. You must be mad. Silence, woman. I was a brilliant master of black magic 1,000 years before you were born. Meanwhile, as Tyrannus takes his bewildered prisoner deeper into the bowels of the earth, the most powerful creature of all leaps towards the entrance cave. Hulk, look, the rock is gone. Shut up, kid. I got eyes, ain't I? That bushy-haired grinning ape is in there somewhere with Betty Ross, and I'm going to find him. So get lost, kid. I got things to do. No, Hulk, you got to let me go with you. There he is. Hold on, Buster. You ain't going anywhere. The man monster. You are too late to stop me now. Hulk, what's happening? Where are we going? What does it look like, dumbhead? He's heading for the center of the earth, and we're going too. So Tyrannus is carrying Betty into a strange ship that had ascended from the center of the earth and now is going back in. And as it closes up and shoots back in, the Incredible Hulk grabs hold of it to follow it. No sooner does the strange machine reach its destination than the Incredible Hulk tears it apart as though it is cardboard. Where is he? Let me at him. The Hulk! I was prepared for such an eventuality. This volcanic gas will take the fight out of him. Hey, what is this? I can't see, can't breathe.
Hulk, it's gas. The one thing your strength can't help you to fight. Getting weaker. Everything's spinning, but it won't stop me. Gotta get my hands on Tyrannus. Betty needs me. Gotta keep trying. Trying.
And the Hulk and Rick both succumb to the gas. The next sound the Hulk hears is, Hulk, wake up. You gotta wake up. We're in some kind of cell.
I'm awake but weak. Can hardly move. Need rest. More rest.
So, the dreaded Hulk lies helpless as a babe. Rest you need. You shall get none here. On your feet, slave. Within moments, the effects of the gas will wear off, but even with your strength returned, you will still obey me, for the girl is my prisoner. So long as I am her captor, you are my slave. Hulk, what are they doing to you? You can't let them. Don't do it.
Climb up, Junior. If I try to make like a hero, it'll be curtains for Betty Ross.
And he is dressed in gladiatorial garb. Why did they give you that asbestos shield and that costume? Where are you going?
Who cares? I ain't gonna waste time worrying.
Ha! Now for some sport. Now to test the mettle of the Hulk. Let us see what his much-vaulted strength can do against my mightiest fire-breathing warrior.
Ugh!
And it's seemingly someone in a robotic suit or a robot itself spewing fire.
So this is why they gave me a fireproof shield, huh? Well, I might as well find out what this other gizmo is, too. Alright, you walking scrap pile, here's something right back at you. Big deal, it's some kind of stun gun. I could do just as good with one of my fists.
But suddenly the mechanical gladiator makes an unexpected move.
Ugh!
And it fires out a fistic punch.
Wham! You got all kinds of tricky little gadgets, huh? Well, just wait till oof!
And from its chest fires a ram's head that catches the Hulk in the chin.
You gotta run out of steam sooner or later, and when you do, ha! Now I got that steel control cable of yours. Didn't expect me to yank it out, did you? Alright, Tin Man, now it's my turn.
As the Hulk advances upon his mechanical foe, all else is forgotten save the brutal love of battle. The part of his personality which is still Bruce Banner is almost gone, and for that brief instant of red-hot rage, only the bestial, unhuman engine of destruction stands in his place.
This'll take care of you, but I ain't stopping here.
And the Incredible Hulk dismembers the robotic warrior.
I still got a score to settle with Tyrannus.
Stop, you brainless gargoyle. And he lifts up the entire seated section within which Tyrannus numbers the occupants. You have forgotten the girl. Take another step and I fire. He's holding a weapon at Betty.
No, don't hurt her.
I didn't intend to. I just needed time to aim my paralyzer ray at you. And then, looking on, thinking to himself, is Rick. Tyrannus forgot about me. Guess I'm not important enough for him to worry about. But I gotta find some way to free the Hulk or it'll be curtains for all of us. Like a stolid, helpless beast of burden, the Hulk is put to work as a slave laborer for the triumphant Tyrannus.
Faster, you Claude, faster, I say.
Like the legendary labors of Hercules, no task is too menial, no feat too impossible for the mighty Hulk.
Must damn the flood, must do it for Betty's sake.
You must not stop yet. Tyrannus commanded that you drive all these posts into the ground with your fists. You have only done 1,000 of them. There are still 500 more.
Must not fail. Must keep working. Can't let Tyrannus beat me.
And what of the man called Tyrannus? I no longer find the Hulk's labors amusing. I go now to order his doom. No sooner does the heartless Tyrannus leave the chamber than a steel-helmeted figure imperiously enters. Praise Tyrannus, I have been ordered to bring the girl to him. Oh no, no! And as he grabs Betty's hand, this strange warrior says, That's it, keep screaming, make it look good. This is a 1 in a million gamble, but it has to work. What? Who are you? What do you mean? Oh, I should have guessed. It's you. You were expecting maybe Chubby Checker? Knock off the dumb remarks and let's move. Tyrannus has ordered his goons to get rid of the Hulk. Hulk, get up. You hear me? Get up. They're now at the door of his cell. Go away. Can't do anything. Can't take a chance of him harming Betty Ross. No, Hulk, no, I'm safe. You must save yourself. Hurry. They're coming for you now. You must fight back. It's your only chance. It's our only chance. You're safe. And then we see the guards. And then Hulk says, stand aside, female. The guards say, stand aside, female. We are here for the Hulk. Now, Hulk, now. She's safe. I don't have to worry about her. And he busts through the prison wall. This is what I've been waiting for. Get out of my way, all of you. Ha! Just see him run like whipped curs, and that's only the beginning. Maybe so, but we ain't out of this yet. Tyrannus will never let us escape. Tyrannus better start worrying about himself. You two get over there, fast. The Hulk is free, incompetent fools. You'll pay with your lives if I do not catch him. Obey me. Obey your master. You're through giving orders, big man. This is where I lower the boom. You're mad. What are you doing? Stop. It's impossible. You can't topple those pillars. I can't, huh? Just watch me. No. You'll seal me in here. I'll never reach the surface again. Stop. Don't. I'll give anything. Too late, Tyrannus. This is your finish. Minutes later, 3 weary figures reach the subsurface escape capsule, which rests on the other side of the debacle. Betty's already safely inside, Hulk. Gosh, I never thought even you could have pulled off a stunt like that. Ain't nothing I can't do, Squirt, and don't ever forget it. Betty's in a state of shock, Hulk. She doesn't remember anything that happened down there. It's some kind of amnesia. Just my luck. That means she'll still hate me and fear me when we reach the surface, but who cares? I don't need her. Let her fear me. Let them all fear me. Maybe they got good reason to, because they're only humans, but I'm the Hulk. And the next story is The Incredible Hulk versus the hordes of General Fang. Half man, half monster, the Incredible Hulk noiselessly springs over unsuspecting towns as his unbelievably powerful legs propel his awesome form vast distances through a series of powerful leaps. Gotta exercise this once a week. Gotta exercise this way once a week so I don't end up being a muscle-bound creep. But listening devices far more sensitive than human ears detect the careening figure and Sentinel 4 to HQ, Hulk sighted, heading for missile area. Your patience is going to pay off, General. The Hulk is approaching. I knew he had to pass this way sooner or later. Prepare to activate the iceberg rocket. Ooh, the iceberg rocket. And hiding behind a military vehicle, thinking to himself, is Rick. Good thing I talked General Ross into letting me hang around this area. I've got to warn the Hulk. You won't escape me again, Hulk. My iceberg missile will be your undoing. Just wait. So intent is General Thunderbolt Ross upon his mission that he doesn't notice the teenage figure of Rick Jones racing frantically away. The Hulk must be heading for our hideout. He doesn't suspect that General Ross has a new missile waiting to clobber. And he sees, far off in the distance in the sky, there he is. Go back, Hulk, back. Too late. He doesn't see or hear me. Then, at that split second, the rocket is fired. A rocket designed for only one purpose: to destroy the Hulk. What's going on? That missile's homing in on me. Hey, it's shooting off some kind of foam. Instantaneously, the foam solidifies into rock-hard ice, and the massive form of the Hulk is trapped within the frozen chunk. We've got him! Hurry! Get to the point of impact! Faster! Drive faster! What a feather in old Thunderbolt's cap this will be. He'll probably get another star for catching the Hulk. But even the most carefully laid plans can misfire. The one thing Thunderbolt Ross did not take into consideration was the intense body heat of the captive Hulk. For, like an atomic pile, when the Hulk expends his almost limitless energy and power, his temperature rises to an unimaginable degree.
Ice is beginning to melt.
And by the time the astonished pursuers reach their goal, he's free! Get him before he can leap away!
So, it was Ross who did this. I'll remember that.
Grab him! Oof! Come back, you blasted freak! We're too late!
And he leaps up into the air, just out of the reaching grasp of the soldiers. Whew, that was a narrow one. Now I better hustle to our hideout. The Hulk will blow his top if I ain't there waiting for him. But fast as Rick Jones can run, he is no match for the Incredible Hulk. Here's the place, but the Hulk must have beaten me by a mile. He's probably waiting in the underwater dungeon for me to help him work that ray machine of his so we can turn back to Dr. Bruce Banner. There he is, but
stay back. The Hulk waits for no one, least of all a teenage brat. I can work this ray by just stepping on the control buttons beneath my feet. Ugh, how I hate giving up my power and my strength just to return to the dull, ordinary form of Bruce Banner.
Minutes later. Take it easy, Bruce. You must be feeling weak as usual after your change. I am, Rick, but there is one thing worrying me, one thing that I fear. Each time I become the Hulk, I grow more and more unwilling to return to my normal self. That's why I need you, lad. You must never let me remain the Hulk, not if you can help it. Don't worry, Bruce, I understand. In a tiny Asian village in the Principality of Lhasa, thousands of miles away, events which are about to affect the amazing lives of the Hulk and Rick Jones are taking place.
Take to the hills, my brothers. General Fang approaches. The hordes of General Fang, we are doomed. O most honored High Lama, I am the bearer of dire news. The bloodthirsty scourge of Asia, General Fang, is leading his brutal hordes to Lhasa.
Alas, I feared it was only a matter of time before he plundered our helpless land.
General Fang is the most brutal warlord since Genghis Khan. What shall we do, most noble one? What is your command?
We are not a warlike people. Our only hope is to appeal to the outside world for help, but I fear it will be too late. Even as the gentle High Lama speaks, the brutal hordes of General Fang draw closer to Lhasa as the evil plunderers prepare to ravage the land. And at their head stands the most feared marauder of all, the cold-blooded General Fang. Faster, you dogs! My patience wears thin. I am eager to strike.
You heard the master. Lift your feet, worthless ones. Move.
And some laborers are carrying a royal seat upon which General Fang is standing. Thus does fate slowly, inexorably draw her web tighter and tighter. Bulletin, an urgent plea for help has come from the tiny Principality Lhasa. The hordes of General Fang are poised to attack General Fang. If he isn't stopped, he'll plunge the world into war. He sneers at threats, warnings, sanctions. There is only one language he understands, the language of brute force. What you gonna do, Bruce? I shall do nothing. I am merely one lone man, powerless to affect the demonic General Fang. But there is another who is not powerless. And Bruce steps before the changing ray and activates. It's time for the Hulk to live again. But Hulk, you're still only one guy. What can you do against a whole army?
Shut up, you puny fool. Stay out of my hair while I look for something. Here it is. This book will help me demolish that creep and his whole crummy rat pack. Now call the airport and reserve a couple of seats headed east. Move.
He must be cracking up, but I gotta string along with him. And the book is Strange Myths and Legends. Not long afterwards, on a flight headed for the Orient.
Jet planes, big deal. I'll bet I can leap faster than this tub can fly.
Care for some refreshments, gentlemen? Gentlemen, huh? It's a good thing she can't recognize who's sitting next to me. The Hulk has on a hat and a scarf around his face and an overcoat on. Suddenly, hitting an air pocket, the big plane lurches. Then,
hey, watch out with that hot coffee, you lame brain. Eek it.
It's the Hulk. Seconds later, before any of the startled passengers or crew can move a muscle, the emergency door flies open and...
Hang on, Squirt. We're close enough to Formosa to get there faster my way.
The Hulk, with Rick in tow, leap out of the plane. By means of his incredible muscles, unlike those of any other living beings on Earth, the Hulk lands on one tiny isle off Formosa, and then, without stopping, springs to another, then another isle, until...
This is it, Formosa. I'll stop here to get my bearings, and then I'll be in Red China with my next leap. You still there, Peanut?
Yeah, just barely. And we see a soldier, camouflaged soldier on the ground watching them. Attention all units, the Hulk approaches, as we were warned. Do not move, you are our prisoner.
You meathead, I'm on your side. I got no time to waste on these fleas. I'll blow them clear out of my way like this.
And he blows his breath with such force as to rival that of a hurricane wind, bringing every bit of almost unlimited strength which his massive body possesses into play. The Hulk's sudden outpouring of breath is like the blast of a dozen wind tunnels, and while it lasts, nothing human can stand in its way. You stunned them for a second, but they're regrouping. They're attacking again.
Shut up, stupid. I got eyes, ain't I? We're getting out of here fast, and no one's going to stop us.
Using a thick slab of rock, which he had torn from the earth as a shield, the most incredible creature of our age again springs high into the sky. Pow, pow, bam, pow, spring! So he jumps up, shielding himself and Rick with this rock as bullets careen off of it. Like an avenging thunderbolt, the awesome figure hurtles through the air until he reaches the shores of Red China. Look out, Hope! Those are red MiGs coming at us.
Yeah, here's 2 less red fly buggies that'll ever bother anyone again.
You pushed one against the other, wrecking them both.
Did you see the way those other crumbs took off when they saw what they were up against? That's what I'm going to do to that General Fang of yours.
Let's hope so, Hope. Because if you bit off more than you can chew, we're both goners. A short time later, in the wild mountains bordering Lhasa, the Hulk dons a strange furry outfit as Rick garbs himself in an insulated suit as protection against the bitter cold.
Remember that book of legends I showed you? Well, you're looking at a living legend now. I'm going to become the one thing those guys are scared stiff of.
Huh? What do you mean?
Ever hear of the abominable snowman? Well, you're looking at him. I'm going to climb up. Here comes Fang's tanks. Wait till I grab me a big tree and slow him down. Like this.
Behold, it is the abominable snowman. The abominable snowman, flee, flee. As the stunned tank crews scatter in fear, the Hulk sights an enemy listening post, using sensitive electronic equipment. A second later, an ear-splitting roar from the strongest lungs on Earth pierces the still mountain air.
Listening for something, try this for size.
And it blows up the eavesdropping equipment.
There's a few of them who I missed, but I don't want them to feel ignored. Bam! There, I'll give them a taste of a small earthquake. Look at the puny fleas jump.
Minutes later, at a completely demoralized outpost, a frantic message is relayed to General Fang. It is true, Master. With our own eyes we have seen him. It is the abominable snowman. He has come to destroy us all. Most mighty General Fang, we must turn back. We dare not risk the wrath of the abominable snowman. Silence, dog. The general is about to speak.
He dared to advise me, the firing squad with him. As for the accursed snowman, I shall defeat him as easily as I have defeated all the others. Prepare my special projectors and the sound equipment faster, you swine, or you shall feel my wrath.
A short time later,
I guess I scared them all off by now. It'll be a pleasure to get out of this monkey suit. I'm roasting here.
Roasting? It's below freezing in the Hulk. Look, over there. It isn't possible, but it looks like a living dragon.
Get out of my way, stupid. I'll find out if it's possible or not.
It looks like Bin Fang. Holy cow, he jumped right through it.
It's just some kind of phony 3D picture. Some cornball must be projecting it from somewhere. And just when I was looking forward to a real fight.
The Hulk goes right through the mirage of the dragon. But as the Hulk lands on the ground, he finds himself inside a strange electronically charged cage. It worked. He fell into General Fang's trap. But see, it is not the abominable snowman.
You crumbs when I'm through with you. You wish I was that snowman. Ow!
That's it. Put the electronic wires against the cage. The current will keep him captive. Ah, so this is what Fang has come. The one known to the west is the Hope. After I have leveled Lhasa, I shall personally supervise your death, you brainless gargoyle. Now that the Hulk is helpless in my electronic cage, we shall proceed with this conquest of Lhasa. Fire the missiles. Let them feel the sting of Fang's full might. But even as a brutal hand clutches the firing switch, one lone figure steals silently towards him, unnoticed. All I gotta do is connect these two wires. A short circuit! Ah! There's one Joker who won't wake up for a few hours. Now to turn off the current, freeing the Hulk.
Snap it up, you clumsy brat. I'm itching to tackle that miserable Fang.
And Rick removes the charge from the Hulk's cage.
A half-dozen missiles got launched before the kid could free me. Well, all it takes is one king-size leap from me. Ha! Got him!
And he leaps into the air, gathering up the missiles. Meanwhile, unaware of the fact that the Hulk has stopped his missiles, General Fang proceeds with his brutal master plan. Mount up, you dogs! It is time for the hordes of General Fang to strike terror to those who were foolish enough to survive my missile attack. On to Lhasa! And they're on horseback with machine guns.
Room. Death to those who defy us. Strike for the master, for the glory of General Fang.
But even the mightiest legions in the Orient are not prepared to cope with the greatest threat of all, the fury of a fighting mad Hulk.
All I gotta do is drop these missiles on the right spot and... Now let's see those toy soldiers get across that chasm.
But in General Fang, the Hulk has an equally determined and dangerous enemy. That gargoyle still lives, but he shall not stop me. While my cavalry cannot ride, my paratroopers shall fly. Give the command. Moments later, the sky is darkened by the ominous billowing of countless shoots as Fang's warriors drop behind the newly formed chasm. But Fang and his minions are merely mortals, and they are reckoning with the most fearsome living creature of all time, the Incredible Hulk.
Paratroops, stay back, kiddo. I'm going to give those lame brains a taste of something they'll never forget. All I got to do is leap past the treetops fast enough to bend them back like this. And then I'll let them snap back again. This will make a hurricane seem like a weak wind.
And the Hulk's plan works. Under the driving force of the artificially created gale, the parachutes hurl their wearers about like straws, causing them to fall back in dizzy confusion.
Come here, Sonny. We got no more time to play games. I'm going to finish Fang off for good now.
But you already busted the back of his invasion force. What more do you want?
I want to prove that nobody messes around with the Hulk and gets away with it. Now clam up or I'll drop you like so much excess baggage.
And he's saying that because he grabbed Rick and leaped into the air. Master, in the sky, it is the incredible monster. He pursues us. Faster, you vermin, faster. They're driving away. But suddenly the Hulk lands behind General Fang and...
I just noticed this here geyser. Why should I knock myself out chasing that rat when I can catch him in an easier way? I'll just lift this oversized pebble and put it over the geyser like a cork. Now we'll settle back and watch the fireworks. Those meatheads don't suspect that the pressure of the geyser is building up right under the road. I figure Fang is in for a real big surprise any second now.
Ha! The Hulk no longer pursues us. I have outdistanced him. Fang is still victorious. But before the echo of Fang's boastful words can pass away, the very earth beneath his car erupts in cyclonic fury. Help! Save me! Save your master! And a huge geyser lifts the vehicle high up into the air.
Don't worry, loudmouth. I'll save you. I got other plans for you.
The Hulk jumps up and grabs him. Then in one of his mightiest leaps, with both Rick Jones and the evil Fang in his arms, the Incredible Hulk springs clear across the Chinese Sea to the coast of Formosa.
Hulk, you made it. Big deal. If I wasn't tired from all that running around, I'd really show you a jump.
Wait, come back. You can't leave me here, not here, unprotected, in the midst of my most deadly enemies.
You yellow pipsqueak. You ain't important enough for me to finish off, so I'll let you worry a while until they catch you and put an end to your misery. Hang on, pest. I'm gonna head for the first ship going west.
And the Hulk and Rick leap away. And so we take our leave of the once dreaded General Fang, now no more than a whimpering, fearful fugitive, trembling as he wonders if each moment is destined to be his last.
Keep searching, man. According to our radar, they landed someplace in this area.
My men, my dreams, my ambitions gone, shattered, taken from me in a nightmarish few hours by the accursed Hulk. He can't be human. Nothing human could have beaten me. But where will he strike next? Is any living being safe from the man-monster? Is any human being safe indeed? Who can say when, or who can say where the Hulk will strike again, or against whom, thousands of miles away, days later? Whew! Safe at last.
Don't kid yourself, kid. Nobody's safe.
And the Hulk and Rick are back in their underground cave. What do you mean, Hulk?
I mean that you and the rest of the weakling human race will be safe when there ain't no more Hulk. And I'm planning on being around for a long, long time.
And that is the end of our issue. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed reading it to you. And if you did, I would encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted as soon as I release new vlogs. Thumbs up and comments are always appreciated. Remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.